the first to know in Nsem-Pii TV.
For the Records is back live and colored, hosted by Okatakyie Efifa Mensa. And then Okatakyie Efifa Mensa atenase on an online programmer. What to do for the Records? And there was Sh0cks Minister for Communications, Digital Technology and Innovations of Ghana, Yera Nsem-Pii George, the Member of Parliament for Ningo Pram Pram, and the Nsem-Pii Nsem-Pii and Nsem-Pii Bekaya. Wabra Parliament Appointment Committee no etna se no mo veti ministerial appointees no Ebru Sam George as Minister for Communications, Digital Technology and Innovations of Ghana. Yebeha Honorable Alexander Kwamena Afenyo Markins ebisa ne question bi say aside from say oye MP na money income no or any second source of income biana Sam George Bina no eka say he is married to an industrious woman, or because or partner say ne wife and taking care of ono Sam George and ne ma ana Okatakyie Efifa Mensa as Sh0cks Sam George some years ago. Only delay interview be ama delay so ebisa ne say the wife adwuma be o say ne wife o tetem kura na okọ Parliament Appointment Committee nanima o say or he is married to an industrious woman. The party say ne wife no and take care of one Sam George and ne ma and Okatakyie Efifa Mensa edited to say Sam George I try Parliament Appointment Committee no and throw and he has lied on oath. Na try Parliament Appointment Committee and Tronswa. This is Perjury and Perjury so ubetimi ako jail amana yi na de Okatakyie Efifa Mensa Nsem-Pii our Sh0cks the Minister for Communications, Digital Technology and Innovations of Ghana Yera Nsem-Pii George yanjibre yinti nsema Okatakyie Efifa Mensa edudwa abra Nsem-Pii George watra entro agu the Parliament Appointment Committee no ehunfi and Okatakyie Efifa Mensa HM say
no exercise control by NC although it's an autonomous body but you say minister na telecommunications national no aye nyina enim say na no krobe ye say e ba no say internet ya dia MTN say da bi mu fa ni nyina ama ye na ye nche so by every means possible MTN is trying to stamp the authority within the space of communication which ya pass mrakovi ya pass mrasa mra no e kire say per the NCA laws no player in the game should even control more than 40%. So the government is taking steps so we reduce even the monopoly of MTN within the space. Eti ebale says a minister be our no minister of communication na MTN CEO ekwo na oni ne koku ekwo ya say na de echi no be any partner. Now there is something called corruption or perception. That is how come our say corruption perception index, because some of the things about corruption it is the perception, the optics of it. So you bisa question say Sam George dey na can no and all of a sudden MTN for na yebeko Sam George social media page Instagram na yakohwe Daniel so we no afameko na yankohwe Samso ahanti kobi bia na msema menkohwe Sam George ni Instagram the foundation ni Instagram so Jata Foundation Instagram ni ani yanam ho ade yakomi hu we 2022 me hu MTN partner bia ho 2023 yanko mi so mo nyina mu hwe MTN nya partner bia wo Sam George from 2022 MTN nya partner da 2023 MTN nya partner da 2024 MTN nya partner da afa yanko yako page no foundation page yako all of a sudden na Sam George obey minister na MTN PM. But there is a code of conduct for a public office holders. All of a sudden you say MTN is Sam George a partner. Yes. Now carefully or Sheda no can say partners and not sponsors. Because Sam George is smart. So he says partners. But partner no more yedei. No more check credit and no more internet. No more the yedei. Now or the more free. MTN was a private company. So the major interest in the world. And so make it profit. So make it profit there. Or the partner who didn't free more as a minister of communication. Now, Sh0cks will a code of conduct for public officers. Sh0cks, public officers. Now, so code of conduct project in Ghana for ready. So this is the code of conduct for public officers of Ghana and the guidelines. So Embrano, even the constitution, because public officers, and you can so baby. Now, Yanko Article 284 of the Constitution here, Article 284 of the 1992 Constitution say, a public officer shall not put himself in a position where his personal interest conflict or is likely to conflict with the performance of his functions of his office. The framers of the Constitution per Article 284. Oman can say where it only conflicts, but see it is likely. So we are trying to nip every situation where even obedient two position here, corrupt. So if a minister of communication, NCA say, na MTA NCA say, na say Ochina, or see MTA ne partner. So the likelihood of conflicting the personal interest with the office he occupies, and the Constitution Omaya yetuma yemfamra nyehwe yemfamra nyehwe Sam George no call for equity. Sam George no na SCS eja wono na we ye wo china yesu so president in the and then Sam George say obey minister of communication on the regulatory MTN the MTN and the partners. So the Constitution 283 but say where now young Konian share a year code of conduct for a year public officers per Sh0cks. So the same phrase, you know, the person about so by a Japayenti, there be next one where Constitution called a code of conduct. Now Public Services Commission and so amma a year code of conduct. Are we a public officer? You don't put yourself in a position where your personal interest conflict. Not only conflict, but it's likely. That is the phrase. And one country says Sam George you see MTA and a partner. Is it not likely to conflict with the Nejuma way? Is it not against the law? Does it not breach the Constitution? And we sit here, a nation without laws. That's Sam George in a to office. Sam George, what a to office when his action is in clear breach of the Constitution. And Sam George is to because we don't care. Now, Kofi, I didn't want to see a business. Some George said, why the finance where you know the foundation, and don't forget, Sasa, now got now committee of inquiry anymore. A public account committee, a ministerial vetting committee, whatever committee. That's what could trust the per the laws of our nation, you've lied on oath, and it's a perjury. And perjury is for jail sentence. What me for lying on oath. Now, some judge call a year vetting committee, or call vetting committee, you know, and we can be but before say obeko vetting committee, you know, young only delay your interview be some few years down the lane. Young only delay interview na yentia small kind. Now all of a sudden, yentie.
3.
What's that? How many years?
We're 10 years this year.
Oh yeah, then Juma.
Juma potting. Oh yeah, ne say or titiama.
Oh no, what was saying?
3.
What's that? How many years?
We're 10 years this year.
Oh yeah, then Juma.
Juma potting. Oh yeah, ne say or titiama.
Oh no, what was saying?
Bobby. See, Sam George, a very dishonest character. Sam George say, a Juma ne yere ya ne say otiti ne ma. Some few years down the lane, when the same Sam George has appeared before a committee, and I don't know why the MPP part of is still sitting there because this is perjury. This is perjury. When you lie on oath in front of a committee, it is perjury.
Precisely so.
Which you can go to jail for that. Now, Sam George, a committee, Yanko Tie, your can or committee. Take note. Or send a year in a Juma way, and say, what is it about? Yanko, the Sam George can committee.
Of any secondary source of income?
Mr. Chairman, I'm married to a very industrious woman.
So in less than 2 years, all of a sudden, what it man, a very industrious woman. Meaning, no mailing colao, no making colao, no mentiasia. Some judge on delay show, I said, the and so what it 2 years down the lane, when he appears before a committee, some judges say, the industrious, but delay interview in the Ubo we are after Sabo committee and the number for make your judgment.
Oh no, I was saying
3.
What's that how many years?
We are 10 years this year.
Oh yeah, Juma.
Juma potting all year say or Titiama.
Oh no, I was saying
3.
What's that how many years?
We are 10 years this year.
Oh yeah, Juma.
Juma potting all year say or Titiama.
Oh no, I was saying
3.
What's that how many years?
We are 10 years this year.
Oh yeah, Juma.
Juma potting all year say or Titiama.
Oh no, I was saying
3.
Do you have the benefit of any secondary source of income?
Mr. Chairman, I'm married to a very industrious woman.
No, I don't get it. Please explain.
I'm married to an industrious woman.
Okay, so please explain to her. If you say you are married to an industrious woman and that is the source of your secondary income, what exactly do you mean?
I mean, my wife takes care of me.
Very well. Do you have the benefit of any secondary source of income?
Brother to and this is a minister of state.
Exactly.
So dishonesty
Precisely.
at the highest level. Now some judge I bet you say I will lose a sleep over somebody who is trying to be relevant. Some judge or no some judge. Say make of river. Me. Some judge.
Very dishonest.
Now, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, and now whoever wins the MPP flag bearer, Tienier, says some judge at the Minister of Communication. Either some of the Council of State chair in the next government, and as a Minister of Communication, what the measurements are at, or catch them up. Because we need intellectual firepower be a minimum. Some judge, Mitiana, on carry any intellectual firepower. We were not
very dishonest person.
In one breath, 2 years down the lane, industrious, and such a person is occupying a position like minister.
More fire.
It's honesty, by so some judge because was MTA and a partner. Where it is clear, it is clear. Said Adiana is likely to conflict with a position as a public officer.
More fire. More fire. More fire. More fire.
Jatane Chantro. Jatane Chantro.
More fire.
Jatano. Onye Jatabiahu. Onye Jatabiahu. No, sorry, I'm a man. Jatane. Jatane. Onye Jatabu. Wabu Kro. Wabu Kro. We won't come. Na Jatana. Jatana. Jata. Jata. Some judge dishonesty and Uko a year section 211 of Act 29, which is Criminal and Other Offences Act. A can perjury once
more fire.
So some judge you've committed a crime against the state.
Precisely.
More fire.
If we are to go by what a year Article 211 of a year Act 29 some judge we are no shanko 2 minutes, we need industrious. 2 minutes, this person says MTN and partner.
More fire.
Which is which?
Which is which? Some judges are by no bechirimua. Some judges are afraid one sponsor. The foundation. We have said a also when you 15,000 Ghana Cedi na parliamentary. And now we didn't so hankola. 2 years says can we?
More fire.
O my name from Ranyashi. Now, be also do and these are the people leading us. The catch them say it is a scam government. Scam. Okuja trouble aqua. Was it? Enwa. Said you know who for do you know. And one of you may be an may worse. Settings government. Na ye no na no nkrofobia omo etata me anwumra ni ade a me do omo picture ni ade ni video gu ho ni ade no ana manfo ne so na Okatakyie no wo settings ni ade na enya 3 weeks ago ana beka say japako eye airport so ko hwe me ni ya me fa me na anu ya eti na me twa na me di video ni gu ho no akwana dwe iti madwena nkoso se anajo 11:12 no ade a car Range Rover number plate mo ho mo ni nyanse ti mo sa kwase se Range Rover number plate mo ho me nya ndiase ya so wo apology na wo nya apology of court o court anu wa ka kire eye court ni de ntia wo nam Range Rover anajo eye 12 ayi mo ho no number plate mo ho ko anu wa ka kire mo me amfa ni ma se wo na Okokotwa emfa ndema nwura wa mo ye ne ade wa mo koma 7 police station so no mo ko report wa ye ne ade na police CI investigator na free now police investigator wa free me na me ye na so me throw exams ni ade nti ye schedule dem ya say wa press this call is being recorded na me say na ade na record the call I was going to bring it to your attention now you bring it to my attention first before you start recording or you record me before you bring it to our attention. And I'm cutting CID and you've compromised yourself. You the CID wanting to investigate this matter, you've compromised yourself. And call to be I'll come there and defend myself. Now because baby now 1 hour. Maybe I'm now the next minute me movie. Now say baby I'm on more CSM more kono. And okay baby I'm ka some more kono. Time ye chin him ya ba kono. Or ya ka ba kono and ye chiri. Or side mo bia nwura me. O ye na so we bia branch na be say ne carry ntie nyim fruwa. Be pa cho boko. E fa court se me hu bia. Na court udi kan wa wu ni bi. Dem ka say remember the fountain chain. And yes, we and the identify. Hey, Munyarof. Court. Obi anko. Se Ghana for me musasa na do 12. Range Rover number plate mo. No ye opedian. Mu sakwa. Et mo adwene na ye adumani. Mo bia me hurura mkuru ha fire. We na young corner when you're from bridging the gap between Sam George and the serious matter that we need to address as to the locus of our national security, which is supposed to be in charge of taking care of the security of our nation, both external and internal. And this institution has become a tyrannic institution, terrorizing people left, right, center. And no man in this country is able to say it. Nobody is going to intimidate me. Never. And nobody can intimidate me. Never. Nobody. And we will never leave Babylon until the victory is won. I'm telling you. Tell them. You will never leave Babylon until the victory is won.
Exactly.
Tell them. And no fire him for detention 2 years in a military government. Na misimu ye ku kura na mba ya academy ye no an kemeye mu.